Afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Today is actually one of my favorite work days of the year where we get to announce the awardees for the 2022 Tourism Grant Program. I'm thrilled that this is actually the fifth year of this program. I recall 6 years ago when this was just a thought of something that we would like to do to be able to collaborate with all of you to promote all of the attractions and the events here in the county. And I remember taking this idea to Ed, who was extremely supportive immediately and understood the value that tourism has for the county. And I'm so pleased that the program has been able to survive all these years and we continue to thrive. And we're seeing the benefits of these programs and how it really does reach a population outside of the county to bring in the tourism and the visitors here. It also allows for collaborations. It's unfortunate that we cannot be in person, but it allows for all of you to collaborate with each other and promote things that you have going on that really takes it to another level. When there's power in one, but there's only power in numbers. And so this program allows that. I am pleased now to introduce to you our County Executive, Ed Day, who is, as I've said, a proponent of this program, extremely supportive and works hard to make sure that the tourism industry here in the county receives the attention that it deserves. And with that, I turn it over to Ed.
Morning, everybody. First of all, make sure everybody's muted. I heard a little reverberation when Lucy was speaking, if you're not speaking. And Lucy, thank you for putting this together. It's amazing we're still doing this, which is an idea we had years ago to show the investment that can be made in tourism and nonprofits, and it's come so far. I want to not only thank all the recipients and all those organizations in this county, but also you for your hard work. I love the fact you came back to continue the job. That was nice. But I'm very, very happy to be here today to announce our 2022 Tourism Grant Awards. Look, we had hoped that we would not have to do this virtually, but it is what it is. But we're hearing a lot of good news now, and it looks like 2022 is fulfilling a promise of being something of a normal year this year. As Lucy referred to, when I took office in 2014, one of the priorities of my administration was to identify new and creative ways to fuel our economy. As remember, we were in deep trouble back in those days. And we have done that in a variety of ways. But today, we speak of tourism. We speak of the engine that we know is tourism here in Rockland County, because it provides a direct economic benefit to the area and creates the most impact when someone travels 50 or more miles away and actually stays overnight. According to New York State's most recent Tourism Economic Impact Report, tourism generated tax revenue of $42.4 million. And were not for the tourism generated state and local taxes, the average household in Rockland County would be paying an additional $422 to maintain that same level of government services. Think about that impact. It really is remarkable. The tourism and hospitality industry was particularly hard hit by a COVID-19 pandemic in the last 2 years. Yet despite those challenges, we continue to welcome visitors to Rockland. We visit our unique downtowns, our museums, our art galleries, come to our festivals. They can dine in our restaurants, shop in our stores, and enjoy our attractions. This activity brings money that helps grow an economy, create jobs, and stabilize taxes, which is something we look to do here in Rockland County. The goal of this program is to provide funding to market to destinations outside the county and increase visitor spending. Together with our Director of Economic Development and Tourism, Lucy Rezapowski, and her staff, we continue to work towards that goal. It is my absolute pleasure each year to be able to announce these awards, and we are happy to be able to announce that 22 organizations are receiving more than $205,000 in tourism grants this year. The funding it promotes the arts, music, theater, festivals, and culture here in Rockland County, and it includes such groups as the Rockland Center for the Arts, ROCA, Penguin Rep Theater, the Edward Hopper House Museum and Study Center, Garner Arts Center, and the RCC Hospitality and Culinary Arts Center, among many others. And funding is also being awarded to other groups that work to bring visitors into the community and enrich the lives of our residents, including Visit Nyack, the Piermont Historical Society, the Greater Nanuet Chamber of Commerce, the Sloatsburg Chamber of Commerce, and the Suffern Chamber of Commerce. We've had a revitalization of our local chambers here in Rockland, and it's been paying dividends across the board here for all of us. It's important to note that these tourism funds awarded today are county dollars, and they come with a set of performance expectations. It is actually an investment, something I drive home to everyone I speak to in this county. And we have seen it making for the last 5 years, and we have seen this as an ROI, the return on investment. We know that the organizations receiving these funds will promote the county and meet our performance expectations, because they always have. We know that we will bring those visitors, and once they experience our theaters, art centers, riverfronts, and downtowns, they will keep coming back and keep spending their money. It is now my pleasure to announce the specific amounts each organization will receive in no particular order. Or matter of fact, I think this is actually, it's actually alphabetical order. Anyway, Arts Rock, $9,000. The Edward Hopper House Museum and Study Center, $10,000. The Friends of Harmony Hall, $15,000. The Garner Arts Center, $15,000. The Greater Suffern Chamber of Commerce, $9,900. Our Haverstraw Brick Museum, $6,000. Our Haverstraw River Wide Arts, $10,000. The Historical Society of Rockland County, $7,490. Our Holocaust Museum and Center for Tolerance and Education, $7,000. Our Nanuet Chamber of Commerce, $12,000. Our North Rockland Chamber of Commerce, $5,000. The Penguin Rep Theater, $15,000. The Phoenix Theater Ensemble, $5,000. The Piermont Chamber of Commerce, $3,950. The Piermont Historical Society, $10,000. ROCA, the Rockland Center for the Arts, $9,000. Our Rockland Farm Alliance, $4,000. Our Rockland Pride Center, $4,250. The Sloatsburg Chamber of Commerce, $13,400. SUNY RCC Hospitality and Culinary Arts Center, $8,000. The Mind of a Winner, $3,500, and Visit Nyack, $25,000. And I will tell you something. As I read every name there, I wanted to tell an anecdotal story about every organization, because I've been to so many of your events. Of course, we would be here for 4 hours if I did that, because
we lost your audio, Ed.
Ed, you went on mute.
it was like magic. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know how that happened. Well, putting a 70-year-old in front of a computer always comes with surprises. Although I said we're not meeting face to face, but I ask you to continue to make your connections in an effort to strengthen relationships and maximize the economic impact of tourism. It's a win-win for all involved. Finally, I want to congratulate all of the organizations awarded today and look forward to hearing about your many accomplishments and attending many of these wonderful events that you put on. I'm going to turn this back over to Lucy now for closing remarks. I have to go back on a call with Albany because they have to give us money. And if I'm not there pushing, they'll tend to ignore us. So with that, again, congratulations to everybody. Thank you for doing what you do for this beautiful county of ours. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you so much. And congratulations to all of you that were awarded. I actually want to take some time now to do a little housekeeping. One of the things that this venue does not allow for, as I said before, is the face-to-face and the opportunity to speak with each of you after the awards are given out. But I want to see if we could do this in sort of like an open forum, if you will, because there are a few organizations that are new that have not received funding before. And those of you that have received funding, I'd like this to serve sort of like a, really to remind you of how the grant actually operates, that it is a reimbursement grant. And one of the things that's most important is before any monies are spent, before you use our logo, we need to approve that logo. We need to approve that usage. You're each going to be receiving an email after this, and it will detail the amount that you have been awarded and what you have been awarded for. Keep in mind that when you heard the county executive giving out the awards and the amounts, there's a big variance in the awards. It's not a representation of any organization. the grant proposals that came in, they each come in with a certain amount. Some come in looking for more funding, some come in looking for less funding. One of the things that is a commonality is that we can only support marketing efforts. We cannot pay for personnel, we cannot pay for certain items that some of you did put into your application, and we would have to extract then only what is pertains to marketing, because that is the goal of this grant. It is about marketing and promoting, and we really look favorably when you partner with each other with some of these promotions, when you look to promote outside of the county to bring people into the county. I always say that once they're here, they're going to come back. They're going to come back. What we need to do is get them here for the first time. And with everything that we have to offer and working with all of you collaboratively, that's something that I know that has been happening and will continue to happen. I want to thank my staff, Virginia Perez, who joined the department a couple of months ago, actually, really played a major role in helping to identify the awardees this year and is working with the department to promote tourism. You'll be learning more about her as she works with me in the department, and also Madeline Kessler-Contreras, who is our administrative person that many of you will work with. And then, of course, Jennifer Profena, who is here. Jennifer, I want to wave for those folks that may not know who you are. Jennifer plays a major role in the really in the implementation of this grant. She's the one that keeps us all together in terms of payments being on time and things of that nature. I do want to remind you that the 2021 Tourism Award that was given actually went through until March of this year. That has to be kept separate from this new award. Many of you have already used up all your funds, which is wonderful. And those of you that haven't, we encourage you to do so rather quickly so we can move on. But we were going to begin the contract process immediately after this call. Jennifer will be in touch with all of you, letting you know the documents that she will need moving forward. And we hope to be able to get the contracts out as soon as possible, because you really should not be spending the funds until the contract is in place and we have reviewed what you're going to be using the funding for, and make sure that when you use that logo, it gets approved by this department before it gets used. That's really, really important as we continue with the program. I do want to open it up for any questions that you may have about the tourism program and how it's going to work this year. If anybody has any questions, please unmute yourself if you're muted, and now's the time where you can ask those questions. Look at these experts that I have here. No questions. Excellent. So no questions, no issues, no problems. This is going to be a smooth 2022 tourism grant year. You should be receiving an email, and I look forward to working with all of you and your staff as we make 2022 a successful year for all of us. So with that, we'll end the conference. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody, and stay safe.
Thank you, Lucy.